Good morning from Juneau, Alaska. We are on day 4 of our 7-night Alaskan journey on the Celebrity Edge. And we have made it to Juneau, Alaska, bright and early. You guys take a look at this fantastic view. It's not raining right now, although we are supposed to have rain here. I don't know if you can tell in the footage, but the clouds are sitting below the peaks of the mountaintops, which is really kind of interesting. You can see the waterfalls coming down the side of the mountains. Just a beautiful, beautiful. Again, I'm so amazed. Like, this is my first time to Alaska. And I can't believe how quiet everything is. It is so quiet. I mean, it's like, even with cars in the background, everything seems so peaceful and quiet. Like, it kind of makes you realize how much background noise is in your life on a daily basis. Like, I live in Dallas. It's like, you know, there's always planes, there's always sirens, there's always everything. And here, even with the cars driving on the streets, it's like silent. It's so crazy. I can't believe it. Anyway, guys, we are going on an excursion today. Oh my gosh. So we are going to the Mendenhall Glacier. And we're going to a salmon hatchery that supposedly also is like a nonprofit to help with the salmon population. So it's supposed to be helping with the different types of the salmon population. So we're going to that, and then we're going to take a tram to the top of the mountain. So we're going to do all of that, and then we're going to go exploring. So I have to go get Mama Grateful up and ready, and my partner AJ is already at the gym, and then we're gonna get started on our adventure here in Juneau. Here in Juneau, Alaska. Wow, can't believe it. I so want to have like a good shot from that angle, but the lighting is terrible. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to bring you guys along on the journey. We'll talk soon. Hi, I'm Scott. Thank you for coming to my channel. This channel is dedicated to all things cruises and living life with gratitude. We're going to talk about cruise reviews. We're going to talk about the ships. We're going to talk about the overall experiences on these cruises. We're going to talk about traveling solo, traveling as a big guy, and all sorts of other things. My hope is that you are able to find some value in the content that I'm providing, and if so, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel and liking the videos that I produce. So, here's to our journey together, Grateful Living Cruises. Now let's get right into it. All right, you guys, we have made it to the Mendenhall Glacier. We have taken the excursion from the Celebrity Edge excursion group, and this is the Mendenhall Glacier and Salmon Hatchery with the tram in Juneau. And just FYI, before we get started, if you do have someone who is mobility impaired, they can take sorry, it's starting to rain. They can take the mobility scooter on the bus because it is a big like tour bus. So you can put fold up the power scooter and put it under there. We were not aware of that. They told us we probably needed to trade in the scooter for a wheelchair. So we did that, and we were running late, so I didn't really question it. But just know, if you do that, you can take the power scooter on this specific one because they do have a big bus. But we're here at the Mendenhall Glacier, guys. And there actually is a bald eagle right there. But we're here at the glacier. It's absolutely stunning. Y'all, this glacier is 14 miles long. about 1 mile in height, and unfortunately it's receding about 100 feet per year according to the tour guide. So this for some people truly is a once in a lifetime adventure. So this is something, if it's on your agenda when you come to Alaska, make sure you do take advantage of it. The visitor center does have a wheelchair ramp. So if you are mobility impaired, you can use the ramp to get up to the visitor center. There are mosquitoes, so make sure not to forget the bands that you purchased like I did in your stateroom. But we're going to go up to the photo point and then we'll check back in. We have made it to the photo point at the Mendenhall Glacier, and you can see that right behind me here. And then over here, you can see Nugget Falls. We didn't get a chance to walk over there, but there is a trail that is about 1 mile in and 1 mile out to those falls. Next time I'm here, probably what I'll do is I'll take a cab or I'll rent a car for the day so that you can come out here and take your time. Our bus, we only had an hour and 15 minutes to explore everything out here. So probably next time I come, would either rent a car or just take a cab or something out here so that you can explore. But you guys, this is absolutely breathtaking. Like, the video and photos just will not do it justice. But you can also see, hopefully, I'll try to zoom in, the pieces of the calved glaciers that are now floating in the water, the sounds of the waterfall, and you can see the little bitty people that look like little ants that have made it over to the base of the waterfall, which gives you some perspective on how incredibly massive this thing really is. This is obviously something you have to come and see for yourself, but here we are at Mendenhall Glacier. So I just wanted to come back in and just take one more great look at this before we head off to Mount Roberts to ride the tram. Just so beautiful. I wish the video gave it justice, and I wish we had more time to actually walk to the waterfalls. So pro tip, spend some extra time, take a taxi so that you can walk to the waterfalls. Now, onto the tram. On the Gold Belt tram, one car just took off, and we are about to be next. Mom, you ready? Are you scared? No? It goes way up there. It's really cloudy. All right, here we go. We have two trams. One is called the Eagle and one is called the Raven, which has historical significance to the native tribes here. Which we can talk more about later, but incoming, which is the tram I believe we'll be getting on, is the Raven. The Eagle is the one that just left. So these trams look very large. I believe they can fit about 60 people on these trams, but when they're way up in the air from a distance, they look teeny tiny. So we're going to get on this tram, and our tour guide told us that they had some really good crab nachos at the top of the mountain at a restaurant up there. So we're going to see if the line's not too incredibly long. If not, we're going to go try that out. Meanwhile, our tram is slowly making its way down, and as soon as it's here, we will get on board.
We were built on August 10th, 1996. We will be passing through in the Alaska temperate rainforest, which averages 90 inches of rain and 100 inches of snow per year. Some of the trees you may notice are the western hemlock, the Sitka spruce, and red oak. The Sitka spruce gets its name from a Nugget island called Shiataka. It has since been changed to Panoramic Island. It has small, sharp pines, but it is the largest spruce in the world. So fittingly, it's the state tree of Alaska. The western hemlock are similar looking trees with the droopy tops. The Tlingit people found this wood handy for making utensils and cups. The red alder are the green
cruise ships down there, but it's raining. So we have a couple chowders, and Kat, who was our excursion guide, told us that the restaurant that's at the top of Mount Roberts, where the tram takes you, has this large plate of crab nachos that she recommended. So that is what we are sharing. We got a couple bowls of soup, a big thing of nachos, and we're gonna all just kind of share this together. It's cold and rainy, so it'll make for a good lunch. So we're at the top of the tram. It's very windy today, but still beautiful. Top of Mount Roberts. So the wind here was really bad, and I was trying to get a clear shot without looking through the windows of the ships below, but I turned the volume off because the wind was just too bad. But anyway, here in a minute you'll see I found an opening and I took my chance. You guys know how big the cruise ships are. Look how tiny they look here. This was the only viewpoint I really could get to show you guys the vast difference. I highly recommend going on the tram. My mom was getting really cold, so we're about to take her back to the room and figure out what to do next. But by the way, I'm saying don't try the nachos. They weren't that great. All right, everyone. So we decided to take a last minute whale watching tour here in Juneau. So we have just boarded the boat. I'll tell y'all guys how much later. So anyway, we're on the vessel. It's called the Thunder what? The Thunder Cloud boat here with the Juneau whale watching. So anyway, as soon as we get out there, I will come back and show you guys. But we're going on the whale watching. So you guys seen me hushing him because, so what happened, we took my mom back to the room because she was cold, and we decided to just kind of do some more walking around, and it was getting later in the day, and there's a spot there nearby the tram where everyone is selling their excursions, and I just kind of went by and was asking all of them, you know, do they have any left? And they were really trying to sell out. So they were given massive discounts compared to what you could get if you had booked it in advance. I mean, massive discounts. And they had asked us not to share it with anyone while we were on the vessel because they didn't want anyone getting mad. But pro tip, you guys, and if you've made it this far in the video, you're going to luck out. Pro tip, you're not guaranteed a spot, but if you're flexible in your day, go toward, you know, the midday or starting into the afternoon. They're going to be trying to sell out of their excursions. You can literally get the whale watching like 75% off. That gives you a little bit of idea of what we paid for this excursion. Well worth it. Unfortunately, I didn't get any video once we got all the way out where the whales were, because as soon as we started seeing whales after going really far out, it just kind of became chaos, and we were trying to get video, but it's almost impossible. You have to have a really fast camera action. But this excursion was well worth it. We saw so many different whales and some baby whales. It was absolutely wonderful. I'm so glad we did this, and I'm so glad we got such a great discount by waiting. And this was all, you guys. We went home and went to bed. It was a long day. Thank you for watching.